Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
All right, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Chillin' at the Club number 33. We got a lot to get to tonight. Hang on one second. Let me get rid of this thing. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. It's been a crazy week here on Joe's Atmosphere. Let me tell you what. I have had everything happen to me this week. I got to start off by telling you that the one that you guys know as Mama Joe passed away this morning. We found her after I got home from church. We went over to see how she was, and she was gone. So I just want to, first of all, say how much I loved my mother. You guys know that I've been taking care of her down here in Louisiana for a couple of years now, and couldn't have asked for a better mother. My work ethic I get from her. She is one dynamite person. Always has been, always will be. She will would not have wanted me to sit out tonight. I haven't seen you guys all week, and she would not have wanted me to be bumming out in the corner somewhere. She wanted me to keep going with what I had planned. So Rhonda and I did go see the Odyssey. We were able to do that today. I'll give you my review of that tonight. But I do want to let you guys know that Mom passed away, and she's in a much better place. She was deteriorating fast, guys. She was living in a different reality every 15 minutes, is what it seemed like to me. She had several medical problems. She hasn't really been the same since she fell and broke her hip. So she's in a much better place. And I will be, the schedule, I'm going to try and keep it, but of course we're going to have things that we're going to have to do. We're going to try and have a memorial for her next Saturday, which is my birthday, ironically, here in Bossier City at the church that we attend in at Bel Air. And if it's available, I mean, we're going to do it somewhere. I want to do it at Bel Air, but and then I'll probably make a flight to Maine. She wanted to have her ashes scattered over her father's pond up there in the Allagash. So, I know you guys have been always asking about her. You've always got great thoughts for her. So thank you very much for all of that. She's in a much better place now. I don't think she went out in any pain. I saw her and it looked like it was sudden. So, yeah. Anyway, we have another life to remember tonight, and that's Sam Neill, the guy that was a really great actor. We're going to talk about him. I'm going to try and pull up some pictures of Mom and show you later on. There's one that I really dig of my brother and I with her when we were kids, and I'm going to find that during the show and show it to you guys. I just got out of the movie theater. I mean, we've been busy with, different stuff all morning long, and I couldn't believe we actually got done with everything. They were actually pretty good. The coroner showed up. Didn't take much time. The funeral home people picked her up pretty quick, and everything went good. Her best friend came by the apartment and saw her. So, everything's you've heard me say this before. Everything happens for a reason. Okay. She was one of these people that didn't want to be resuscitated, didn't want to be on a ventilator and that kind of thing. And luckily we're the ones that found her. So I was able to tell the EMTs, hey, she didn't want that. So we made sure that got taken care of. She got all her wishes, and we're going to make sure that everything goes the way she wanted. But she was Irish, boys and girls. So I want you to grab your glass and fill your shot glass with whatever you're having tonight, because we're going to chill at the club and remember Connie in the best way possible, and that's enjoying ourselves. She would have wanted to. My fondest memory of my mother is her hanging out with her sisters in the kitchen, dancing to Fleetwood Mac, dude, back in the 70s. That's what I'll always remember about my mom. She loved a good time. She loved her family, and she never stopped. And right up until the end, she died on her feet, guys. That I'm not going to give you all the sordid details, but she definitely died on her feet. Cheers to Connie, Ann, McBriarty, Rivers, Brian. Cheers. I know you're up there watching, Mom. So thank you for everything you've done for me. Okay, let's check in with the chat, see who's here tonight. We got, let's see. I know Tim's here, and thank you, Tim. Tim was the first one I told. He converses with me on Facebook, and thank you, Tim, for the. He sent me a tip over on Stream Elements, and he said, "Rip your mother, rest in peace." She is resting in peace. Trust me, bro. She left all her pain down here, buddy, and it was piling up on her, guys. She was snowballing. She had a urinary tract infection. She was taking antibiotics for. She had a minor clot in her filter in her leg. She's had a clot filter for years, and she had that, and she had just been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Like I said, she wasn't herself anymore, guys. So she's in a much better place. Let's see who's here. Of course, the guy whose name is Fuck Headquarters 2005 is here. We all know what his real name is, and I just mentioned him. Thank you very much for that, man. Means a lot to me. Appreciate it.
There are some who call me Tim.
Good to see you, Tim. Good to see you. Let's see who else is here. Who else is here? Oh, Martin is here. He says, "Greetings, my excellent friends," and he also wants it. Let's fucking go and here we go. Well, who am I to deny you, sir? I'm in a party mood. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where are they at? Can I find them? Maybe it'll slow on this tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
And he also says, "Hello, Joe. You won't. I'm not doing the whole show like Troopy Dog tonight, buddy. I'm just not going to do that. No. Demon Horde is here and says, 'What's up?' And he wants an LFG. Fine. We'll just do LFGs all night long.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Let's see. That's right. I forgot to set up the Rumble page. So, yeah, that can be let go right there, right? Let me see if I've got my other channels up. Yeah, Kick's going. That's good. You pause these. I don't want them eating up too much shit. I'm just checking my other channels, making sure they're up and running. I just got done renewing my Streamlabs, so they all should be going just fine. Let's see what else we got. I think we should have Twitch going, and X should be going. Let me double check all of these, and then we'll continue in the chat. See who's there. Let's see, channel. Yeah, we're going over there. All set there, and X. Okay, so gotta tell you why we canceled so many shows this week, and why really I wanted to go ahead and do this one tonight. Let's see, where am I at? Here we are. Come on, sucker. What's wrong with this thing? Oh no, is X acting stupid today? Is it acting stupid today? I don't know. Let's see. Let's refresh it. No, it's acting dumb. Who knows? It might be going over there. Don't know. Okay. Let's see who else is in the chat. I know Martin's here. I think I saw John in there. Yeah, Real Das Wolfen says 2 years later, the intro ends. Yes. I liked it. Look, one thing I love about the Yellow Flash's show is the intros videos he shows. I love those things. I think they're awesome. He does one. Oh, you know what we need? Since I'm by myself, we need some Highlander music, don't we? We need some soundtrack. Yes. Let's get the soundtrack going. The background music going. Yeah, he's having an Irish wake. He sent me a picture. Of course, I had to call all the relatives, you know, because I'm here in Louisiana taking care of them, but nobody else lives here except for a couple of my cousins. So I had to make all the phone calls. And Danny sent me a picture of an LSU glass that he had with some whiskey in it. He said, "For Mom." I said, "Yep, you have that Irish wake, buddy. It'll have to be later for me because I had so much to do there." Let's see. Let's go ahead and get some Sharkin' for Pearls working here. Yeah, man. Because they are that killer band from Texas. Yeah. What's up? All right. We got our soundtrack going. Let's see who else is here. They're all saying hi to each other. Yeah, and everybody's offering condolences. Yes. You guys, hey, we're all headed that way. You know that. Demon Horde said, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I was so sorry." Martin says, "Oh my God, brother, my heart goes to you." Yes, yeah, I knew Martin was going to say something like that because he just lost his mother in the last year, and he was a mama's boy just like me. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate all the thoughts and prayers, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Read by Nature is here, offering stuff for mom. Yes. Let's see. Condolences on your mom, Joe. You did a lot for. Yes, yes. I have no worries about that. I did everything I was supposed to do for her, for sure. Me and my brother both. We made all the decisions together on these things. My brother's always had my back on what we did with mom and stuff like that, and it's gone well. Let's see. Tim says the show must go on, as they say. Yes, absolutely. She would think that too. She definitely would. You know, and she wanted me to be happy, and I'm happiest entertaining you guys and having a good time. So, you know, Tim said. Tim wants an LFG, and here we go for the Irish Wake is what he wants. So, you know, let's see, real quick. I gotta tell you about this one. Das Wolfen says, "I am just getting over UTI that started last Sunday." Yeah, and it's a bummer. The antibiotics will flip your stomach, and that was one of the problems she was having real bad. I was over there every day because I had to make sure she was eating before she took her medicine. Because if you don't, you're gonna feel sick and stuff. And yeah, it's, you know, hey, we did everything for her, but it was time for her to go to the Lord, man. The Lord saw she was in pain and said, "It's time to come home. You come and be with me." So let's give Tim his LFG and his "Here We Go."
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Yeah, bingo.
All right, let's see. It's how you live that matters. Yeah, and my mom has no excuses, man. She has no regrets, nothing like that. I guarantee. I asked my wife. I said, "Man, I hope she doesn't get in a fight with St. Peter, man." She's one of these people tell you what she thinks. You know what I mean? She's a great person, and there's no doubt where she was going. She was proudest that both me and my brother are Christians, and we believe in the word and that kind of thing. And she was proud of that and anything else. She loved her boys. Like I said, I'm gonna look up that picture and show it to you guys. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas is here. He says, "Hey, sorry to hear bad news. Prayers for you all." Yeah, we're gonna do fine, man. We're gonna do fine. Demon Horde says, "Last thing I'll say about this is remember, celebrate the life, and do mourn. Don't mourn the loss." I think that's what he's trying to say. I think he forgot the end. Like you said, Mama Joe would want you happy and see she is in a better place for sure. Yeah, she said several times that she wants us to, you know, celebrate, not to be sad. You know, my cousin Lisa called me earlier today, and I told her what we were planning for next weekend. She goes, "I really want to get together with the cousins and have a celebration afterwards." I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great. You know, we'll go eat, have some drinks, that kind of thing, and remember the good times with old mom." You know, she was a great person. You know, when my parents split up, my brother went with my dad, and I stayed with mom, and Danny ended up coming back here, but it was after I joined the military. You know, but yeah, I was, you know, I always checked on mom. You know, I felt it was my job as the oldest son to keep track of her because she had been, you know, in not as good health as my father. My father is one of those guys that's taking care of himself for years. He just went and played golf yesterday, and he's older than she is. He's going to be 85 this year in November. So, and he takes care of his wife who's had, a stroke, and you know, and needs a lot of help moving around and stuff like that. So he's a caregiver these days, and I think one of her sisters, or one of her daughters, comes over and watches her on a Wednesday, so he can, or no, I think it's Thursdays, he said, and he goes and plays golf. So, you know, and he figures as long as he shoots under his age, he's doing good. You know, and he's fixing to turn 85. He's a good golfer, man. He's really good. Anyway, let's see. E. Clay Thomas says 85 and still playing golf. Damn, that's awesome. Yeah. Look, guys, you know I do the football show every year, right? My father won it 3 years in a row. Of course, my brother wants to see an asterisk on it because there's always a weekend where we can't get a hold of him and we get the picks later, you know. But he did win it 3 years in a row, and I finally beat him this year. You know what I mean? So, and we just do it. We don't do it for money. We just do it for bragging rights and stuff. But anyway, okay. First off, let's go ahead and get into the Odyssey, shall we? Go ahead and pull up the page, and we will talk about it. Of course, now I'm probably going to have to view it again because I was getting phone calls. I turned down some of them, but some of them I couldn't, so I missed parts of the movie. Not much, but I did. I missed how they got in the cave with the Cyclops. I missed that part. I was talking to somebody on the phone, so, you know. But, let's see. Let me pull this page up. This one right here, guys, is more proof to me that you can't judge these things until you see them. Did I think it was the greatest thing I've ever seen? No. Did I think it sucked? No, I did not. There is a lot of good here. And really the casting things that they were talking about that were so bad, they weren't a big thing to me either. So, I got to say, I enjoyed it. It was good. It's slow. I got to tell you that. It is freaking slow, guys. It is a slow movie. But, you know, the end of it is really cool. The end of it is really good. I enjoyed the end of it. But it's a Christopher Nolan movie, man. He's gonna he did a lot in that film. You know, the way he likes to do it with camera angles and stuff like that. You know, the Cyclops, it was kind of weird. The eye was sideways and his nose was twisted. It was almost like they had pulled one of his eyes and twisted his face sideways. That's what it looked like. And so it was a weird look for it and everything. And of course, a lot of the Trojan War stuff was in flashbacks and stuff like that. But overall, I thought it was a decent movie. Yeah, you know, it is long. You know, it's some of it drags a little bit. The fucking part where Cersei. Now, there's going to be spoilers here. Let me go ahead and throw this up. But if you've read the Odyssey, it's not a spoiler to you. But let me go ahead and throw up a spoiler thing real fast. The Odyssey spoilers. Okay, we'll put that up there. Whoop, nope, that's the one with him taking over. No, see, Knox is always trying to take over my show. But yeah, the part with Cersei, where she played by. Look, if you're a Walking Dead fan, you need to see this for how many Walking Dead characters are on there. Shane from The Walking Dead's in there. Let's see, who else is in that sucker from The Walking Dead? The guy that plays, the ones that play Alpha and Beta are in it. From, you know, the part with the Whisperers. Robert Pattinson was really good in it. He really was. But boy, he's as much as he likes to try and punk old Odysseus' son, he is that final scene, guys, he's a sniveling freaking coward, man. He really is. Just coward. This guy, he played like the storyteller, Travis Scott did. And he wasn't in it very long. Elliot Page has a part as Sinon in it, where they go to that place where he sees a couple of his ex-compatriots as they rise from the dead to talk to him. And that scene wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. Where's the guy I'm thinking of? Where is he? John Leguizamo was good. I'm trying to think. Well, he's not shown here, but the guy that played Alpha was in it, and the chick that played Alpha was Cersei. Okay. I can't remember that girl's name. What was her name, guys? The actress's name. Good Lord. Where's the full cast at? Okay. Let's get down here to Cersei. Hang on. I'm going to find it. It's not going to take me long. Is Cersei spelled with a C, though? It might be. I'm not sure. This is so weird. Do they list these in the order of when they showed up in the show, or? Oh no, this is getting too far down. Where the hell is Cersei at? Well, anyway, the girl that played Alpha on The Walking Dead played Cersei. Okay, and she was great. But that scene where she turned all of his men into pigs, oh my God, that was just wow. That was like body horror. Wow. You know what I mean? I hadn't really seen it that much body horror in Nolan's movies up to that point. You know what I mean? And she like physically molded them into pigs. It was weird. That scene was just strange. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking to see where you guys are at here. I saw it yesterday with my wife. I will have stuff to say about it Wednesday. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it Wednesday. We're going to have a show Wednesday for sure. That's everything I'm going to have to do to set up for the funeral and everything. That's all going to be during the day stuff. So I may miss some stuff during the day, but I'm going to try not to miss anything and be there. Let's see. Nolan knows the craft of filmmaking. It was never going to be outright terrible. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Martin says, I couldn't see the Odyssey. All functions are sold out. I hope I can see it midweek. I hear you, bro. I hear you. E. Clay Thomas says, who chooses the pictures for IMDb? Some of them are awful. Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. Typically, it's spelled Cersei. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was with a C, but I just didn't see it on the list there. Samantha Morton. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Is that her name? Let's take a look. Samantha Morton. Yeah, that's her. She is a pretty girl. When she was younger, yeah, she plays Cersei in the new movie. So I don't think they have a picture of her here in it, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, when she turns them into pigs, that's something else, man. You know, the part with the sirens, that was pretty wild, but it's more hearing about it and not really seeing what happens, kind of, you know. Let's see. Martin says, I expect it is a good movie, but a bad adaptation. And although every historical prop is horribly inaccurate, I expect them to be well crafted. Yes, absolutely. We know a lot of the armor isn't even from that age and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, if there was a way that they could edit down the first 2 hours into 1 hour and then keep the last hour the way it was, it'd be a much better movie. It does drag. It drags. Oh, look at this. He can't handle himself because the young Samantha Morton's on the screen. Yeah. Check him out. We got to save Peely Chow from himself. Hand check. Everybody get your hands up. Tasty. Yeah, good to see you, Kelly Chow. Good to see you. He says, hey, everybody. Good evening from Huntsville, Alabama. What's going on? Not much, man. Not much. We're talking about the Odyssey right now. Just to let you know, my mother passed away earlier today, so just to let you know, Keely. That's what you're seeing in the chat earlier if you've seen everything before that. But anyway, the Odyssey, will I watch it again? Yeah. Am I going to pay to go see it again? No. It's too long. I mean, it's 3 hours long, and I don't mind a 3-hour movie if it's flying by. This one didn't. It's slow in parts, man. It's slow in parts. But I thought all the actresses and actors did really good. I really did. Even Elliot Page, I think he did a good job too. You know, but yeah. No matter how big they try and make that guy look, though, he's a scrawny dude. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah. But anyway, final word on the Odyssey is this. Is it worth seeing in the theater? Yes. But remember, it's 3 hours long. And if you're going to go to the bathroom, do it in the first 2 hours. Okay? Do it then. Don't do it in the last hour, because the last hour is when it's fun, man. Last hour was pretty cool. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. And but do I think it's the best thing Nolan's ever done? No, I don't. The Dark Knight is still the best thing he's ever done. Okay, sorry. I would put Memento ahead of this. I'd put Inception ahead of this. You know, there's several movies that I'd put ahead of this one, but it's about middle of the road for him, I would say. Okay, let me see. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Now, the other guy I wanted to get into, and then we'll get into whatever you guys want to get into, is Sam Neill. We lost Sam Neill this week. Another fine Irishman. Now, yes, he is from New Zealand, but he immigrated there when he was 7 years old. He was born in Northern Ireland. So, just I want to make sure that people know who the Irish are. Yeah, that's right, because I am proud of my Irish lineage. But anyway, you guys know by now, and I wanted to do a big tribute to this guy on Wednesday. I really did. As a matter of fact, did I already load that up? Let me see. I did. Here's what the intro was going to be for the show. Now, I told you I was going to let you know why all these shows are being canceled. God love her. I was with my mother at the emergency room Wednesday. She had leg pain. Her orthopedic doctor was going to be in surgery the rest of the week, so I had to take her to the ER. We were sitting there. They had ambulance after ambulance coming in that place, and you know they do everything by priority. We were sitting there from like noon to 5 p.m. Before she got taken to the back to be seen, and we were out of there by 8 o'clock. They ran a sonogram, and that's when we found out the pain in her leg was probably caused by a small blood clot that had formed. It got caught by the filter she had in her leg, but that's why we didn't have a show Wednesday. This is what the intro to the show was going to be this Wednesday. Just let me show you this.
Disciples of the Watch, I stand before you in the name of the one true God, who was cast out from heaven, but is alive in me.
USAC intercepted a radio transmission from a decaying orbit around Neptune. The source of this transmission has been identified as the Event Horizon.
Did I ever tell you my favorite color was blue?
in Montana. And I will marry a round American woman and raise rabbits. And she will cook them for me.
Alan, this species of variform has been extinct since the Cretaceous period. I mean, this thing isn't on this thing. What? What?
The land became fertile again. And the cycle of death and darkness ended. And so does my story.
Yeah, that was going to be the intro to the show on Wednesday. Some of my favorite movies this guy has been in. But like I said, busy with mom that day, so we couldn't do the show. I had to step back from doing Pop Culture Minefield and all that stuff. Let's see. Keely Chow says, rip your mouth. Yes, absolutely, buddy. Let's see. Martin says, well, that's a long-ass story. It cannot be told in under 3 hours without serious mutilation. Yeah, this is true. Still, I have to see it. I cannot imagine how did they manage to make it drag. It just seemed slow in some parts, man. It really did. Odin did nothing wrong. Ellen Page is still a woman. Yeah, true. Ellen Page is still a woman. You're absolutely correct. I play a video game with Ellen Page in it all the time. Let's see. Real Dust Wolfen says the one thing this movie did do, it showed me that Matt Damon can do another Bourne movie, like he wants to. Yeah, he's pretty ripped in this flick, isn't he? He's ripped and yeah, big fight there at the end of it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Let's see. Kelly Show says Titanic and the Lord of the Rings trilogy are all living proof that I have watched movies that were 3 hours long. Yeah, there are definitely 3 hour long movies. Read by Nature says, I think Neil played an Irishman in Peaky Blinders. He may have. I haven't seen Peaky Blinders. I haven't watched that show. Have you read Sutter Kane? No, I have not, sir. Why do you ask, Real Dust Wolf? Read by Nature says, In the Mouth of Madness is such a fun film. Yes, it is. I figured, it's got Lovecraftian stuff in it, so I'm sure that Das Wolfen likes it a lot too. Gap After Dark is here. He says, hey, Joe. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you, my brother. Let's see. And he's saying hi to everybody. Let's see. Read by Nature says Jurassic Park was the first film where I remember seeing Neil. The first movie I saw Sam Neill in was the first clip you saw. Him as Damien in The Omen, The Final Conflict, where he was an adult. He had become the Antichrist at that point. Yeah, that was the first movie I ever saw him in. And he was in a lot of horror movies, man. He's in one. Let's go ahead and pull up his filmography. He's in one. Let's see what DB says he's known for. Let's see what he's known for. They say that he's known for Hunt of the Wilder People. I've never seen that damn movie. Memoirs of an Invisible Man. I've never seen that one either. Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3. No mention of The Hunt for Red October. No mention of Event Horizon, which is one I have to watch before. I may not be able to watch it. I may have to bail out of Brian's show on tomorrow afternoon. But yeah. Come on, IMBD. Do better. Do better, IMBD. He's in a movie. I watched a bunch of these lists of stuff. Are these his movies or somebody else's? What the hell? Died Like a Girl. What is this? This is his page. What is going on with IMBD? Swear to God, this is so bizarre. Okay, we're going to scroll down to the bottom of this list and work our way up. Okay. I don't know what half of this stuff is from back in the day, but That's the first movie I saw him in, was The Final Conflict right there. That was the first one. Love the Omen movies. I think they're awesome. I really do. Yes, I did. I said it correctly, E. Clay Thomas. Believe it or not. Let's see. I think Wilder People may be a Taika Waititi film. It has a bunch of Kiwis in it, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. But that's the first one I saw him in 1981. Was Final Conflict. Yeah, I was in high school then. And then let's see what else we got here. Of course, I screwed up. See, Knock has told me about this several times, how to go through these lists correctly, and I keep forgetting. Let's get. I just want the actor stuff. I don't want the producer. I don't want director. Just 161 credits, man. 161. Let me take this back down to 81 real quick. Yeah, okay. So if we go up from there, he was in Ivanhoe. Possession's the one I was looking for. I have seen this on so many body horror lists. It's not even funny. I hear this is a crazy ass movie. I hear it's hard to find too. But yeah, he was in a lot of horror movies over the years, man. Definitely was. Let's see what else they got here. God almighty. All right, Joe. You got to remember to click the way Knock told you to click. Damn it. Okay, at least it's still on acting only. Okay. Let's go look at the rest of them. Let's see. We're down in the 80s. Of course, he's done a bunch of stuff over the years. I hear Cain and Abel is good. It's a mini series. I haven't seen that one. Oh, well, it's got Mr. Rich Man, Poor Man, Peter Strauss in it. So, yeah, that's probably pretty good. Let's see what else they got. He was on The Good Wife, huh? Wow, cool. Dead Calm is another one I showed a clip from. This is the one he was in with Nicole Kidman when nobody knew who she was. And Billy Zane plays a psycho in this one, if you've ever seen it. It's a couple that goes out on trying to get over the loss of their son in a car wreck. And they run into the most psychotic boat survivor of all time. And yeah, let's see. Well, he said it right the first time anyway. Did I say it wrong? Final Conflict was good. Sam Neill's last movie will be Godzilla X Kong Supernova. Yes, that is his last film credit. That will go down as his last film credit. Ironic, isn't it? The movie he's best known for is probably Jurassic Park, and he's going to be in a kaiju movie there at the end, huh? That's crazy, isn't it? He's got a few moves yet to be released. Yep, we'll check into those. But Dead Calm is really good. If you guys have never seen that one, Billy Zane, of course, plays a crazy person better than anybody. This is my personal favorite movie, and yes, I just screwed up and did it the wrong way, but that's okay. We'll get back to it. This is my personal favorite movie with him in it. This is one of my top 5. You know this already. You've heard my top 5 before. This is on my top 5 movies of all time. I love The Hunt for Red October. I love the book. I love the movie. I love his character in it. And is it me, or does Sam Neill really just, his best parts is always ones where he almost comes off like a child as an adult, you know, because that scene that I took the clip from earlier where he's saying, you know, I'm going to marry a round American woman and raise rabbits and she will cook them for me, you know, and he's asking, I'm going to go state to state. Can you do that? You know, it's just childlike, you know, naive, you know, and just enjoying talking about things, you know. And of course, the famous scene from Jurassic Park where he pulls the sunglasses off and sees the dinosaurs for the first time. He looks like a kid in a candy store, right? It's just, yeah, it's awesome stuff, man. He was a great actor. But this is my favorite film he was ever in. I'm a big fan of The Hunt for Red October. I think that is one of the best books I've ever read. And what I really liked about the movie is how they took two different events at the end of the book and melded into one action scene at the end of it. The one where they were trying to stop the guy from setting off a nuke and they were being chased by a submarine at the same time. Very cool stuff. Thought that was great. Okay, so we're going to go back down here again. Scroll back up. And that was in the 90s. That was directed by John McTiernan. He's probably best known for the Die Hard series. You know. Let me see. Where were we at? We were in the 90s with The Hunt for Red October. It's down here somewhere. It's down here somewhere. There's The Hunt. Okay, let's keep going from here. Memoirs of an Invisible Man is there. I haven't seen that one. The Piano was very highly regarded at the Academy Awards. I believe Holly Hunter was nominated for it. I don't know if he was, but he's the husband in it and all that good stuff. Yeah, he does bad things. Yeah. Not a fan of that movie. Of course, Jurassic Park. Nobody's ever gonna forget him in Jurassic Park. That movie stands up today. I know I don't have to talk about it. You know, it definitely stands up today. It's one of the better movies you'll ever see. And what's funny is the CGI in it is probably better than some of the shit we see today. Let's see. I hope he got his pickup truck. Yeah. Or did he get a recreational vehicle? Huh? Let's see. Then we get Jurassic Park 3 and the talking raptor in the airplane. Alan. Alan. Yeah. Fucked up. Drop, scroll, cover your head. Yeah. I hear you, Cap. Reba Nature says there is a flood of clips of Neil on X of him outside of his movie role. He had a wry sense of humor, something not often shown in his on-screen roles. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Demon Horde says, I hope he finally gets his rabbits. Yeah, I think he's got his rabbits. But anyway, Jurassic Park, one of the greatest movies you'll ever see. And a lot of these are because of him. People don't forget him once they see him. In the Mouth of Madness, the end of the apocalyptic trilogy by John Carpenter. If you don't know what that is, John Carpenter made an apocalyptic trilogy about the end of the world, right? And the first one was The Thing. The second one was The Prince of Darkness, which tells the story of a group of people that are trying to get out of a church they're trapped in, and they find out that there's a physical manifestation of the devil in there that's trying to get out. A really good movie. And then you've got The Mouth of Madness with the Lovecraftian type stuff that was in it. An insurance investigator begins discovering that the impact of horror writers' books have on his fans is more than inspirational. Yeah, freaking crazy. That is a fantastic movie. If you like horror, you need to check out In the Mouth of Madness. Like I said, a lot of the movies he did in his run in his career were horror movies, man. I forgot about this one until I started doing research for the show. He was in the first Disney live action, which was actually pretty good. It starred the guy that played Bruce Lee in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. And it had Sam Neill in it. Rudyard Kipling's classic tale of Mowgli, the orphaned jungle boy raised by wild animals, and how he becomes king of the jungle. Basically, the Tarzan story is what it is. You guys, we all know the story. And yeah, Sam Neill is Bryden in it. Yep. I forgot he was in that one. This is a great picture of him and Jason Scott Lee. I love that picture right there. That was great. Yeah. But anyway, okay. So, moving on from that one. Let's see. Cold Victory. Snow White, A Tale of Terror. Really? See? Horror movies. Event Horizon, which I have not seen. And you know what? I probably won't watch it. I'll probably sit out Brian's show. I love Brian to death, but I just don't think I'm going to have time tomorrow. Anyone that's lost a loved one knows that there's a lot of work for me to do starting tomorrow. So I probably won't do the shows tomorrow. So, Knock, if you're watching, I will be watching it with you guys the first time Halloween. We're going to show this movie on Halloween, guys. Or not on Halloween, but in the month of Halloween when we show the horror stuff. But yeah, Event Horizon. What can you say? Good stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's one of those ones that slipped through the cracks on me, but boy, do I love everybody that's in this movie. There's really good actors in here. Jason Isaacs is awesome. Of course, Neil. Lawrence Fishburne, I've always loved. Yeah, Jason Isaacs, I dig a lot. I think he's awesome. He's in one of my favorite movies that I watch every year called The Patriot. You know, I watch that on 4th of July, every 4th of July. So, let's see. Event Horizon was good. Yeah, imagine so. That let's see. Das Wolfen says that is my pick for horror for Joe's Drive-In. Yeah. Do we need to change the name to Joe's Drive-In? That sounds good. That sounds really good. We might have to change the name of the watch party show to Joe's Drive-In. That sounds really cool. I like that. We're gonna have to remember that, John, for sure. E. Clay Thomas says, I hated the ending to Event Horizon. Tell me what it is. I haven't seen it. They're doing a prequel to Event Horizon. Really? Are they? Oh, don't step on bad. Don't make it bad. You better make it right. But I do like the director. Paul W.S. Anderson is the guy that's, if I remember correctly, he's married to Mia Jovovich. Yeah. And he makes all her movies. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's who he is. I wanted to make sure that was him. But yeah, that's him. Because I just watched this just recently, and it bombed at the box office, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. And if you don't know what this is, it's Monster Hunter from 2020. So I still have to see the one with her and Batista in it. I have not seen that one yet. Into the Badlands or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. No, Into the Badlands was a TV show. He probably directed it. Yeah, Into the Lost Lands. There it is right there. That's the one I've got to watch with her in it. I'm a big fan of Mia Jovovich. Why? Because Mia Jovovich. That's why. Mia Jovovich. But unlike most people, I am not a fan of The Fifth Element. I just am not. I don't get it. Let's see. Back up here. Reed says he also directed Mortal Kombat and Soldier. Yeah, he's a good director. He's a good action director. Okay, most of his career has been making the not the Evil Dead, but the Resident Evil movies with his wife in it. But yeah, he's done some good stuff. You're talking about the original Mortal Kombat, right? Demon Horde says, what's it called? Event Dawn? Right? Let's see. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be on. It's on my server, Joe. Okay, cool. Very cool. E. Clay Thomas gives us the skull and crossbones for some reason. don't know why. But anyway, yeah, let's get back to Sam Neill. Merlin was the next thing he did. There's 3 things back to back that I really dig that he did here. Merlin, which I got to tell you, this is the second best Merlin. My favorite Merlin is the guy that's in Excalibur. I just think he's the measuring stick. Of course, I think anything Arthurian legend, the measuring stick is Excalibur. Okay, it just is. Clay says, I was very surprised at how much I liked Monster Hunter. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool, man. That was really cool. Demon Horde says, I can't get into Monster Hunter because I don't buy her as an Army Ranger. Yeah, that's the one thing that's, you know, it's an okay movie, but I just don't. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I just don't see her in that role. See, the first 2 hours of the Odyssey are coming back in flashbacks. Yawning. Merlin is on Prime. Saved it to my watch list. Yes, absolutely. It's a good miniseries. I enjoyed it. He does really well with it. But the guy from Excalibur is the best. Yeah. As soon as I mention Excalibur, here goes John. That's his. Other than his wife, that's his dream woman right there. Oof. Helen Mirren. Yeah. Hand check for Das Wolfen. I never thought I'd put those 2 things together in a sentence. Next, he played the father of a young Scarlett Johansson, if you remember. Scarlett Johansson was in this movie at a very young age. She was a teenager. The mother of a severely traumatized daughter enlists the aid of a unique horse trainer to help the girl's equally injured horse. If you've never seen this movie, you need to watch it. It's really good. It's Robert Redford at the height of his powers, and it was directed by Robert Redford. It is a really, really good movie. And he's the horse whisperer. He's a guy he's a horseman. He understands this stuff. Sam Neill is the father of Scarlett Johansson. Diane Weiss plays Robert Redford's. I think it's his sister. I'm not sure. It's not a love interest, but they live together, and I think they're related. Is what it is. Let me see. Let's see what the name is. Diane Booker, Tom Booker. Yeah, but I don't think they're married or anything like that. I think that's his sister or something like that. Scarlett Johansson plays Grace, the little girl they're trying to help. Chris Cooper is, I think she may be the wife of his brother. I think they're brother and sister. It's a really good movie, guys. If you've never seen this movie, you need to see it. It's really good. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Good stuff. From what year was this? Yeah, we're only up to 98. This guy was around for a long time, guys. Long time. And did some great stuff. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Bicentennial Man, starring Robin Williams. One of the first AI movies about a robot, right? Yeah. I think he was the dad in this one, too. He played a lot of dads in these shows, didn't he? Played a lot of dads. That one was pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Of course, Jurassic Park 3, where he got talked to on the plane, and I just screwed up and hit the wrong thing. Oops. Sorry, guys. That's what I get for bringing up Jurassic Park 3. That's what I get for that. All right, let's see. We're still, I don't even think we've hit the turn of the century yet, man. But he kind of slowed down on big movies after that. Wasn't in much big after that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I watched with him in it that was something that you just can't miss. And he was on The Tudors. Now, I do remember that. He was on that series. It was a popular series there for a while. He was on that one. And I believe that was on Showtime, The Tudors was. He was definitely in that one. Let me see. Yeah, we're getting up in here, and I'm just not seeing much that's really big that he was in. You know, there's Peaky Blinders. I have never watched this show. I heard it's really good. Cillian Murphy and the crew's in it, right? Let's see if he played an Irishman. Let me see if he can. I can tell by his last name and these credits here. Let's see. Did he play an Irishman? He's not even in the top cast. Are you kidding me? Yeah, there he is. Inspector Chester Campbell. Really? Huh. Okay. All right, I'll buy that. I guess that could be construed as Irish. Let's see what else we got here. The Hunt for the Wilder People. Like you said, this is an all Aussie movie. A national manhunt is ordered for a rebellious kid and his foster uncle. Foster uncle? Wow. Who go missing in the wilds of New Zealand bush. Wait a minute. Let me go back up here. It says Taika Waititi. Yep. And he wrote it too. So, yeah, there you go. I don't know if you guys saw the quote by the Prime Minister of New Zealand. What he said about Sam Neill. He said that his 5 decades of work in the film industry are the reason why New Zealand is sought after to make films at. He said their film industry would be nothing if it wasn't for Sam Neill. That's what he said. Which is strong praise from somebody like that. So let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, of course, Thor Ragnarok. If you remember, he plays the actor that's playing Odin in the play that they have on here. If you remember correctly, yeah, he plays Odin with the eye patch and everything. Oh shit! Wasn't Matt Damon one of the actors too? I think he was Loki. I think they had somebody else as Thor. I can't remember. Remember the acting troupe that was doing it on stage? Yeah, that was Sam Neill playing Thor, or not Thor, but Odin. And then you've got World Evolution in 18. He's in that one. That's a video game. But he was in another Jurassic Park movie. They brought him back for that one from a couple of years ago, didn't they? Yeah, Jurassic World Evolution 2, Dominion. There it is. That's the one where he reprised his role as Alan Grant there in Dominion. And I haven't seen Dominion. I watched the first one with Chris Pratt in it, and I didn't watch any more of them. Just, it was all typical stuff, man. I think I might have watched the second one with Pratt, but I haven't seen this one. I need to watch it, because I love Sam Neill so much. I really do need to watch it. Oh, we've hit the 1 hour mark. It's time for me to do another toast to Connie, Annie, McBriarty, Rivers, Brian. A toast to Mom. The Irish wake continues. Here's to you, Mama. Those of you coming in late, I lost my mother today. And thank God I was there, because she has what they call a DNR. She had a living will saying she did not want to be resuscitated. When she was done, she was done. And yeah, thank God me and my wife were the ones that found her, because they did not have it on file up there at the place where she was living at. So I was able to take care of her wishes while we were there. So they didn't put, because they can bring just about anybody back, guys. I've seen them do it. It's ridiculous what they can do. I do want to share with you this, guys. I did find those pictures and pull them up during one of my videos. This is my favorite picture of me and my brother and my mother all together. This one was done when I was in high school. I think Danny was home. I don't think he was living with us at the time. I think he was just home visiting or something like that. Or I might, it could have been, I could have come home from the Army at the time because my hair is kind of short. So I'm not sure. This was taken around 83, 84, somewhere in there. You see Highlander there on the left. He doesn't have the big beard and all that stuff, you know, and he's got some hair, you know, and we were both skinny as all get out, of course. But my mother was gorgeous. And yeah, and I got to tell you guys, this is going to be one of the toughest drawings I ever do, but this is what she wanted. She wants me to draw this picture. This was her high school picture, and I've got to draw it for her memorial. So I will be doing that this week on top of everything else. So she wanted this one done, and as you can see, she was a very gorgeous woman. No mystery why my dad just had to ask her to marry him, because she was gorgeous, and she was a little mighty mite, you know. She was 4'11". Yeah, little leprechaun, an Irish leprechaun, a gorgeous Irish leprechaun. So yeah, I wanted to share those with you because I did find them as we were going through. Let's go ahead and get back to Sam Neill and his illustrious career. I think that's the last one, the Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, that's about it. But what a career. You know, some of these pictures they have of him bring back great memories of the movies. Him as Alan Grant, everybody's always going to remember that. Merlin, that's him as Merlin, you know. Of course, they've got tons of pictures of Alan Grant. Not sure what that's from, but man, he did so much stuff. It's not even funny. But I guess we can move on from Sam. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I really, really wanted to do a big tribute to him on Wednesday and talk with my guys about him and everything. Because all of us have favorite movies of his. Knock even mentioned when I said we were going to talk about him. He mentioned to me, you know, Jurassic Park's one of my favorite movies ever, you know. And so, yeah. Thank you, Sam, for the memories. We will continue to watch your movies till the end of time, man, because, wow, what great stuff. Really is great. So I'm done talking about what I wanted to get through. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about the cancellations to the channel and what you saw in that video earlier. We have changed the name of the Sweeney spot to the Wet Spot, suggested by our good friend Vince Womack. That's what we're going to call it going forward. It's going to be called the Wet Spot because, unfortunately, ever since she got with Scooter Braun, her Instagram is pretty much gone to. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to follow Sydney, but we gotta open our horizons because there's a girl that's on the scene right now named India Neveretti that's pretty hot herself. You know what I'm saying? So we might have to check out some other crushes. And you guys, when I post the shows, you know, put on there who you want to see. Hit me up in the community and tell me who you want to see on there. You know what I'm saying? That way, you know, we can cover some of your crushes. You know, of course, Keely Child's gonna you know, feed the ducks for anything. Let's see. Read by Nature says, though I think I watched it when it was on TV originally, talking about Merlin. I think he's talking about. Joe, is the chat that boring that you have to yawn? No, I'm just tired, man. I just wanted to make sure I got on tonight and let you guys know I was still alive. I've canceled so many shows this week. And on that subject, the reason why we canceled on Friday, you're not going to believe this one, man. You're not going to believe this. You guys know I do a vendor market every year, right? So this is what was going on this weekend. It was shop till you drop, right? We're going to ply our wares at a vendor market, right, that my cousin runs. And sure enough, you know, it's a hot Louisiana day. The rains have stopped, so now it's sweltering hot and humid. I get off work. I get home at about 8:30. I fix my breakfast. 9 o'clock, I'm out there loading these vehicles up. I get them all loaded up. We're leaving about 10:30. I get down to the stop sign at the end of the street. I hang a right. I'm heading towards Shady Grove Drive, fixing to leave the neighborhood. I get a call from Foxy. She says, my car won't start. And I've done loaded. This girl etches glass, stones, everything's heavy. So I have to pull the biggest Jenga thing in the world because I troubleshooted the battery, but we were against the clock. We had to get in there and get everything set up for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So I had to pull everything out of her car and get it into my Sebring convertible, along with all my stuff. We weren't ready to go till noon. It took me, I was out there sweltering for 3 hours, moving heavy shit around. And thank God for bungee cords, because I couldn't have closed my trunk if I tried. But I've got what they call a lid. It's a heavy. Anybody that's driven a convertible knows that the trunk's a lot heavier than a regular trunk lid is. So I strapped that down with bungee cords with the insides for the. It's got a bunch of joints on the sides for moving the lid up a different direction, so that the convertible top can go in and everything. Anyway, I used bungee cords to get it strapped down. So that's why we had. This was Wednesday that got canceled because I was in the ER with Mom. And then Friday, a battery. It turned out to be a bad battery, guys. That day, it decided to just mess up that day because it was running fine before that. So that's why I canceled Friday. And that's part of the reason why I went ahead. You said earlier the show must go on. I just think this is, I spent a lot of time with my mother earlier today, and I felt like I could go see the movie and do this show and be just fine. And I am. Guys, the way I feel about it, you guys know I'm a believer. She's in a much better place, and she has left all of her woes and pains down here. So very happy for that. But anyway, this show had to go on. That way I can let you know I'm not dead. And I may be sporadic for a little bit for the next couple of weeks until I get through the memorials and everything. But the show will go on, boys and girls. Most definitely will. Okay, what do you guys want to get into tonight? Let's see. Gap After Dark says, sorry, Joe. No problem, man. No problem. Let's see. Where are we at? Here we are. Speaking of horse, Demon Horse says, I find that Hidalgo is a very underrated movie for what it is. Yeah, Hidalgo's good, man. Hang on a second. Let me pull that one up. Show it to you guys. I saw that once back in the day. Let me see. Hidalgo. That one's Viggo Mortensen. I think that's the first movie he did after the Lord of the Rings, wasn't it? I think it's one of the first ones. This was 2004. The premise, in 1890, a down-and-out cowboy and his horse travel to Arabia to compete in a deadly cross-desert race, horse race. Yeah, you know what? I did see this movie. You know what it reminded me of? Bite the Bullet. That's what it reminded me of. Although I think Bite the Bullet's a much better movie. But I'm always going to think the older ones are better. But what a cast, man. This was pretty good. Had Viggo Mortensen and Omar Sharif in it, man. Good stuff. I like this guy, too. He was in Wonder Woman. That guy right there. I don't want to butcher his name, but you can read it any way you want to. But, yeah, Hidalgo, you're right. Was not a bad movie. Joe Johnston directing. Good stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Das Wolfen says the triangle was enjoyable. The triangle. Okay. The triangle. Is that one of his? Or triangle. Yeah, it is one of his. Says it's a mini series, I guess. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to pull it up here. No, yeah, 3 episodes. Am I saying that right, Das Wolfen? Yeah. Mini series. It's got episode guide of 3, and I see his picture right here. Eric Stoltz, Catherine Bell, Lou Diamond Phillips, Bruce Davis. What in the hell? Dude, this is a hell of a cast right here. Let's see. Oh, man. Charles Martin Smith. Love that guy. Dude, that's a good cast. That is a really good cast. The Triangle. What's it about? Let's see. A shipping magnate hires 4 experts from various fields of to investigate what happened to his ships that went missing in the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, nice. Oh, I definitely need to watch this because, you know, I got the Privateer's base of operations is in the Bermuda Triangle for obvious reasons, right? The team discovers a threat that might unravel time itself and cause the world to end. Wow, that sounds fucking cool. How did I miss this? 2005, huh? It says you can watch it on Plex, I think. Yeah, here you go. You can watch it on Apple TV, Peacock, Plex, Pluto TV. Pluto's free, by the way, guys. Or season 1, you can watch it there. CW, Roku, and Tubi. Yeah, looks like you're gonna have to buy it everywhere else. It says season 1. What am I thinking? It's a miniseries. There's only 1 season. Idiot. Yeah. So go to Pluto TV and check it out, guys. Pluto TV's free. I always watch Cops when I'm going to bed. Yep. E. Clay Thomas says, yeah, he was Irish. Yeah. You know he's Irish. But he's a New Zealander, man. I just like to point out all the Irishmen when I see that they're Irish. Read by Nature says, I think that's the kid from Deadpool 2. Oh, that was a while ago. I don't even know what we were looking at when you said that. It is. Okay, there you go. Das Wolfen says, Peter Jackson probably helped too. Yeah, no doubt. Talking about the New Zealand film industry, I'm sure. Read by Nature says, yeah, Matt Damon was in that scene. Okay. Yeah, the scene where they're playing the Thor characters on stage. Yeah, Matt Damon, I'm pretty sure, was Loki. He was Loki. Chris's real life brother, Liam, was Thor. Really? Liam Hemsworth was Thor. Cool. I hear you, guy. There's a Jurassic Park game where at the end there's a message from Jeff Goldblum to the player to go outside and touch grass. That's perfect. That's very nice. I like that one. That's a great pic of your mom and family. Yeah. We were pretty people back then. Yeah. Let's see. Real Das Wolfen says, never trust a man named Scooter. Yeah. Well, Scoter? I wouldn't trust anybody named Scoter. But you're talking about Scooter. That would be 2 O's, my friend. Gap After Dark says, are we sure that Vince knows what a wet spot is? Be nice. Reed says, I think it's pronounced Saeed. Okay. You already know I'm feeding my new addiction as I'm watching the show. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Triangle was a good miniseries. Okay. I vaguely recall watching the Triangle, but couldn't tell you what happened. That was a long time ago, man. That was 20 years ago, 21 years ago. So, okay. What else you guys want to get into? Let's take a look at the box office. Oh, we are live on X tonight. Hi to all you X folks out there. Hope you're enjoying the show. let's get to the box office receipts for this weekend, shall we? I'm afraid to look and see it where Supergirl's at. Good Lord. Okay, weekend. Big box office weekend, 191 million overall. Oh my God. Yeah. The Odyssey's doing pretty good. Good Lord, guys. 124.5 million. And that's a 3-hour movie making that much. Woo. Yeah. No one's got clout, man. No one makes a good movie. He does. Moana with 19 million. They added it to 325 screens. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. Minis and Monsters at 14.8. Toy Story at 14.8. Yeah, the kids are going to see the movies. And Evil Dead Burn at 5 million. My man Martin wanted to talk to me on Friday when I was so busy about Evil Dead Burn. Let's see. The invite. Oh my God, where is it? Number 9. It's dangerously close to dropping out of the top 10. It made 1.5 million. Oh, oh, so bad. Oh, God. I hate it for you, Supergirl. I really do. I hate it for you. That sucks. Oh, well. And what sucks is they'll probably... It's probably going to be... It's been, what, 42 years since the last Supergirl movie? I think the last one was in 84. I think. When was that last Supergirl movie? Let's see. I gotta tell you, as bad as the first one is, what a great, nope, wrong one. Hang on. I gotta punch it again. It brought up the 2026 one. No. And by the way, I stand by the fact that I didn't mind the Millie Alcock casting. I don't mind that girl at all. I really don't. I think she's a good actress. Yeah, it was 1984. I thought so. Yeah, 1984 was when the first Supergirl came out. Helen Slater. Now that, you know, that looks like Supergirl. You know what I mean? I think Millie Alcock would have been fine if they'd have done this to her hair. Instead of giving her that frizzed, I'm a fucking lush look, you know? I think it would have been much better. Moana tanking bad from what I've heard. Yeah. Well, I mean, what's the old thing from Saturday Night Live? Fat guy in a little coat, right? That's what you see when you're looking at the Dwayne Johnson, man. He's got the 50-year-old head and the big old brick, you know, and he's lost weight too, by the way. So he's got the scrawny neck and the big old fucking Samoan body on it. It just looks so silly, man. It really does. It's just silly as all get out. But yeah, Moana getting its ass kicked. The Odyssey doing well. What's going to be interesting to see, let's go ahead and look at international for that one. Let's go with world. Well, we'll hit international. The Odyssey making a bunch. But let's take a look at, well, we'll just hit the movie itself. Where is it? The Odyssey. Here we go. So what we're looking at is 17.3 in the UK. So worldwide, around the world, it's made 140 million. Worldwide, it's 260. It's already over $250 million in 3 days. Wow. Yeah. Say what you want. Nolan is a really good filmmaker, man. He is. Some people call him pretentious. I don't think so. I think he's definitely got a vision of how he wants things to be. And I got to tell you, everybody griping about the language in this movie, it didn't take me out of it. It really didn't. Let's see. Reed says that if they told a story where she was in a superhero costume for most of it, yeah, no doubt. Would have been nice. Don't wanna instead of Moana. Nice, Demon Horror. Reed by Nature says, I watched The Smashing Machine recently. The Rock was not bad in that. Look, Dwayne Johnson's not a bad guy. He's not a bad actor. Look, you have to be a good actor to be a good wrestler because you're conveying a character. It's just like comic books. It's good guys versus bad guys, right? So yeah, I think, you know, my favorite guy that ever went from wrestling into acting was I mean, The Rock's done well, but my favorite stuff is where he plays himself, basically. You know, The Rundown was really good, though. That movie's fucking great, man. It stands up too. I love the guy that's in it. Stifler's in it from the American Pie movies, right? Yeah, that's a good movie, man. I enjoyed that one. But I think my favorite guy that went from the wrestling world into acting, I mean, there's been a few of them. Dave Bautista's done really well. He has. He's not just a one-trick pony. Watch some of his other movies. He's a decent actor. He's tried to be a pretty good actor. But yeah, I guess Rock's probably the biggest name that's done it. Some of them have been in movies and pretty much played themselves. Jesse the Body was fucking awesome in Predator, right? I mean, when they do get a chance to be in a movie, they do a pretty good job. What movie was it I saw? Becky Lynch in. That might have been a WWE movie, though. I'm not sure. But yeah, they tend to do a good job. Roddy Piper was awesome in They Live, and he just played himself, basically. Right? Well, I take that back. He dialed it down, though, because he's a mouth. If you ever watch Roddy, they don't call somebody rowdy because he sits there with his mouth shut, you know. But he dialed it back in that movie. He was the guy with no name, the drifter that was, he walked softly and carried a big stick, right? You know, so he was really good at that. I enjoyed it. But so anyway, we're at about an hour and a half. I'm probably going to cut it short tonight because I've been yawning. It's been a long day, guys. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that I wasn't somewhere in a ditch. I'm still here. Okay. We've had a rough week. We've had some losses, but we've had some gains. You know, I lost one of my best friends, my mama, but you know what? I gained an angel on my shoulder. You know what I mean? She'll always be with me. And, you know, it's kind of funny, guys, you know, between the dementia and stuff, she really, you know, she said some things down the stretch that I know she didn't mean. And now she knows. Now she knows I was doing everything I could for her. Now she knows that. So I'm very happy about that. I am going to go ahead and shut her down for tonight. I will tell you that I'm probably not going to make the shows tomorrow for obvious reasons. I've got some stuff to take care of. And thank you guys for watching tonight. I'm going to go ahead and run down my streams for this week because I'll probably be able to do those. Gap After Dark says prayers for you and your family, Joe. Yeah, man, I appreciate. We appreciate you, and I'm. That's one thing I dig about you guys. You know, I come from the heart, so you guys come from the heart right back at me. I appreciate it a lot. I really do. But spread the word that I will be back on Tuesday night for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. We're going to be playing Starfleet Bridge Officer, I think is the name of it. Isn't it, Martin? I think that's the name of it. Let me see if I've got that thumbnail here. I don't know if I do. Yeah, I do. There it is. This is what you'll see me doing on, hang on, if I can get it loaded up. There we go. On Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Central Time, so tune in for that. we will be back with the wet spot and everything else. We're not going to do the Sam Neill. That's been beaten to death, but I wanted to get my thoughts in tonight. So I did, but we'll have something else to talk. We'll be talking Odyssey and how it did and all that good stuff. We'll do a full cast review as far as Das Wolfen, myself, and Knock. I'm sure Knock is going to see it this weekend. We'll all talk about it then, so look forward to that. And then, of course, Friday I'll be back with Sketching the Privateer. And don't forget, this Saturday is my birthday. We may be doing my mom's memorial on my birthday. Now we've got scheduled to watch the Wild Geese, but if we do that memorial, my cousins are going to want to get together afterwards. I can't promise we're going to have this show, but if we do it early in the afternoon, maybe, you know, and maybe I'll be able to do it by 7. But I want to do it, but I've got to put the question mark on it for now, guys. Okay, we may have to wait till 2 weeks from now for that one. I'm sorry about that, Tim. I know you've been looking forward to it, and you got the day off and all that shit. But what can I tell you, man? I've got things I've got to handle. So anyway, and then the brothers should hack the Matrix that Sunday. So you guys look forward to my regular slate of shows. As far as the guest appearances, I may not be on any of those for the foreseeable future. I don't know. We're gonna have to play it by ear. I know tomorrow's show's Military Monday. I think they're doing Good Morning Vietnam tomorrow morning. I'm probably not going to make that one. And It's Only Talk and Roll is tomorrow. I think he's playing Crimson Desert again. And I'm not going to make that one tomorrow either. No. Tomorrow's a Sam Neill tribute. You guys are going to be talking Event Horizon tomorrow on his show. So look forward to that over on Death 70s Rock Fan. But I won't have time to watch it, that's for sure. So I won't be there. And I will let Brian know what's going on. I haven't said anything on social media yet. I want to go ahead and put together some nice pictures of my mom together and stuff when I do that. So I pretty much, got things handled up for her, got her to the funeral home and stuff today. And it's been the movie and talking to you guys so far. So I've got business to do tomorrow, probably the rest of the week. And I know I've got a lot of stuff to tie up, some loose ends to tie up for her. And got to plan a trip to Allagash, Maine once again, because my mama wants to be scattered over her father's pond. So one more time, I want to let you guys know that Mom did pass away today, and this show is dedicated to her in loving memory of Connie Annie McBriarty Rivers Bryan. Her maiden name is McBriarty, and I dare you to spell it, guys. You don't see many names with 3 vowels in a row. The way I always remember it is McBriarty. McBreairty. So, yeah, she was a great woman. She will be missed by everybody, but we don't have to miss her. She's right here with us. She always will be, because she was a believer, and I'm a believer, and I know I'm going to see her again one day. I look forward to it, and I'm always going to remember her dancing to Fleetwood Mac or Linda Ronstadt or some great 70s band that she was a dancer, and I'm going to try and figure out how to incorporate that on her urn. I'm not sure, but anyway, thank you guys for being here. Let's see. Demon Horde says, stay strong, brother. Always here if you need or want a friendly ear. Until then, as you say, keep on keeping on. Well, he said it for me, and that's exactly what I want you guys to do. Don't forget, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. Bye.